2023 has come to an end, and honestly I'm not sure whether to say finally or damn, I'm not ready for 2024. But let's talk about how to actually prepare for this new year, as today I'm going to be going out with my friends, and obviously because I'm not like other people, I first have to spin and do everything around the house before I can actually go anywhere. But anywho, we're not gonna focus on that right now. So I think something that you need to start with doing before you even get started with the planning and the vision boarding and everything else that we jump to is gratitude. Acknowledge everything that you did in 2023 and acknowledge the year that you had, because I know you didn't do that. You looked at all the bad things that happened during the year and kind of concluded that 2023 wasn't the best year. Well, that's for certain people. For some people, we're having the best year yet, and you know that, okay? So that's good for you. But for some of us, a lot of not so nice things happened in 2023, and it's almost like we concluded that the whole year was just a mess. But the truth is, when you take time to actually write down all the things that you're grateful for, all the lessons that you've learned in 2023, I was kind of forced to do that when I was actually planning a video that you'll be seeing up next on the 12 lessons that I learned in 2023. And I think it's then that I realized that damn, I learned a lot. My year was not as bad as I thought it was, and honestly I'm very grateful to be where I am right now. I wasn't here when the year I wasn't here, or rather in this position when the year began, and for me to be here now, that's a great achievement. I have changed as a person, my mindset, my perspective and everything. A lot of things actually have changed, and I've become this person that I am because of everything that I went through in 2023. And I want you to take that time to acknowledge that, to see the difference in who you are, the change in perspective, mind, everything really, including the things that you were hell-bent on. I mean, I started off 2023 so sure that I wanted to be this boss lady and all of this stuff, and it was even in my vision board. And I ended up the year knowing damn well I just wanted to slow down. I was so exhausted and I didn't want to be in that position anymore. So in 2024, I want to be in my soft feminine girl era, okay? And that's some change that you also have to take into consideration. Figure out who you now want to be, because it changes with the lessons that you learn. It changes with everything that you experience. You're going to change who you want to be based on that.
Might as well open with the shoes.
You haven't changed a bit in 3 years, oh my word. The second point that I want you to actually take when you are preparing for this new year so that you can start strong and finish strong is figure out what you actually want. I'm not talking about going through vision boarding and Pinterest and all this image and everything. Know what you actually want, and if it means that you need to do this reverse psychology thing where you first figure out what you don't want, what would be the worst nightmare out there for you, then do so. Figure out what you don't want so that you can actually do the opposite of that. Figure out what habits will get you to where you don't want to be so that you don't end up there. Before you even get to the goals and all of these things that you want to work towards, you need to know who you want to be. That will help you so much in knowing what directions to take and knowing how you're supposed to be going on with your life. Because right now, you are just kind of taking on goals of other people. If you jump straight into preparing, into vision boarding and all that stuff, you're going to take what other people are telling you. You're going to take whatever people are teaching you about vision boarding and the images that you're seeing, and you're just going to kind of put them on your vision board as well when you don't really care about that. So know what you actually care about. That will help you when it comes to actually doing what you need to do in this year to become the person, or rather to get closer to becoming the person that you dream of. That person changes a lot. in your lifetime, you are most probably going to want to be so many different people, especially if you're like me. I think already I've changed my dream person about 3 times, okay? I have reinvented and rebranded myself so many times that at this point, I just know not to stick to one thing because I know it's not going to last long. But that doesn't mean that you don't plan for where you are right now. You still need to plan. That leads us to our third point. Plan for this new year. As much as I was telling you that you need to do all these things before you start preparing, I need you to plan. I need you to have goals that are set. You don't have to complicate it. I tried so many different methods. I tried so many things that people are talking about. It does not matter. Just make sure that you understand what you are aiming for. Understand what you want. What do you want from this year? What is the one thing that you know, if you're able to actually be asked, okay, what did you do in 2024? You can point out that one thing and be so proud of that achievement. That's what you need to focus on. Don't worry about all these other things. They can come after. But figure out what's the one thing that you want to remember for 2024. What did you do in 2024? That's what you need to plan for. We'll obviously talk about the whole goal setting process. The video is coming soon enough. But all I'm saying is figure out your one thing, your 2 things, your 3 things for the year. But please make sure that it's not too much that you can't handle it. Don't overwhelm yourself, because no, you don't have to do everything. Okay, you don't have to get the dream house this year. You don't have to get the dream car this year. You don't have to get all these things that you want to get at some point. Take your time. No one is rushing you. I feel like that's the one mistake that we make, especially our generation. We are rushing so much. No one is chasing you. Chill. Okay, for this year, what do you want to do? Do you want to move out of your parents' house? Do you want to get a car? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to get into university? Maybe you want to go back to university. Whatever it is, but please make sure that you have your one thing that you can be so proud of at the end of the year. And I think that's what I'm also going to focus on. Because having so many things that you're writing down and you are having revelation on because other people are talking about it is not going to help you, because you don't genuinely care about all these things that other people are talking about. You have your own thing that you need to figure out and that you need to actually care about. Everything else will come after. So find your thing. Find your one thing that you want to do wholeheartedly. And trust me, you'll be so happy when you finally do. I feel like everything will be so much clearer for you. But we have a long year ahead of us, and I'm very happy. I'm glad for that. So take some time to acknowledge everything, to actually then plan for everything that you want to do, and prepare yourself for this new year that we're going into. Because trust me, it's going to be a very good year.